Here we go. Want them to read it. Shit, I should have got my glasses. Good afternoon. Gotta get my glasses. Can't see. Oh man. How's everybody doing? I can't read yet. Whew. I can see clearly now that the rain is gone. Does anybody read my shirt? I'd like for you to zoom in. There it is. All right. Mr. Maurice Evans. Good afternoon. Miss Monica Brown, how are you? Okay, wait, is this good enough? Is it clear? I don't want too much space. Clark Branch, Chi-Town, how are you? Lydia, how you doing? This topic really got your attention. We're going to chop it up in a few seconds. Mr. Make That Make Sense. I know that's right. Feeling crisp. Your shirt's backwards on camera. Oh, so let me read it to you. Common sense is not a gift. It's a punishment because you have to deal with everyone who doesn't have it. I like these shirts. Ronald, David, begin your annual leave today. I have space here in my Airbnb for you, Monica. I live in a tropical area, so we'll be waiting for you. Door will be unlocked. There it is. Common sense isn't so common anymore. How you doing, Yaya? All right. Man, I wanted to talk about a couple things, and obviously people were a little upset about that video earlier, but in my next video later on this evening, which is for everyone, I addressed that. I added a clip onto the beginning, so I won't address that here. But cool video about that. There it is. I'm here for the money. I know that's right. When you get a chance, watch that video later. Copaesthetic, tenfold. DeJoy says from his yacht, he's John Connor. That's pretty funny. What's going on, Ronald Williams? All right, so I won't be able to read this in a couple seconds, but I know that there are a few of us, and let me just get this out there. There are a few people that make videos, and I've always been one to make videos that make sense. I'm a little bit older than the other creators. I think differently than a lot of the younger people. I have a little more experience in life than the other people. I think hopeful because I know that things will be good in the long run, but I also speak realistic about facts and data, which separates me from other individuals. I also have the blessing to have so many different people in my family that work in all the different crafts. I also have the blessing to be able to be and interact with different people. If you go back years, you see what I do. I interact with different people in different crafts, from management all the way down. So I do get a lot of factual information. So I also take other factual information and I share it with you in little bits and pieces. If there's something that's not right, I correct it. I don't know where people have been getting this story about Amazon getting this substantial raise. I know where you got it from, but I told you guys in my last video, it wasn't factual. There's no way it could be. But now an article did come out, so I wanted to address it with the facts behind it. And the article is as follows. Amazon hikes wages for contract delivery drivers as union pressure grows. They did hike the wages for the contract drivers. This is where the disappointment comes in. Amazon is hiking its average national pay for contracted delivery drivers to roughly $22 an hour, up from $20.50 an hour. This is where the mic drop comes in. Last video, I told you guys that it wasn't going to be substantial because they were contractors. I don't know where that other fictitious number came from, but here's the facts. Facts are there. I know these things because I've lived life. I've experienced things. This is what it is. $1.50 raise is what they got. $1.50. Let's continue. The increased rates will support Amazon delivery service partners in their efforts to recruit and retain high-performing teams. The company wrote in a blog post, it comes as Amazon faces a renewed unionization effort amongst its delivery workers. Amazon is bumping its average national pay for contract delivery drivers to roughly $22 an hour, up from $20.50 an hour, this company said on Thursday. Oh, man. I don't want to go into the rest of the video. I don't want to say, I told you so. But when it comes to the carriers, they feel like when I speak about good things happening, it doesn't always have to be with your contract. Good things come in other forms. The contract, as I said before, if you have to say those words in order to get somebody to watch you, then it's clickbait. Life comes before money. I want people to understand that. I've done nothing from the day I started, and you can go back 2 years, you can go back 3 years, but pass on information, selfless information, so that people can take the information, utilize it, and make educated decisions on how to move forward. I do not sell pretty lies. I will tell you the ugly truth. That's what this channel is about. And people that have matured enough can respect that, obtain it, utilize it for what it's worth, and make their own educated choices. What does this mean for us? I pray it does not mean anything for the carriers, because if this is what the carriers are basing their hopes off of, that fictitious number that somebody else mentioned, then there's no hope. Now, I know for a fact it's not going to be no $1.50. It's going to be substantially more. But this lie that is going to come in the next, they keep saying soon, soon, soon. If you keep watching people that say soon, 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 and they don't give you a specific date, why watch it? Why? It's useless. It's totally useless. And again, but you know what? Forget about the mail carriers for a second. Mail handlers, if there's any mail handlers out there watching, I was reading something on the board at my facility. They are requesting any mail handler, obviously a union rep, a union person, to start going to your union meetings, and they are requesting information from you in regards what they want to start putting in the requests for their new contract. Look, we need shirts. We need better working conditions. We don't want to do this. We want to do that. So for the mail handlers, this, I think you have until, I want to say October 20 something. Somebody correct me with that. And you got to write this. I don't have the information in front of me. I wasn't going to take a picture inside the plant. Not for that reason. But somebody, if you know anything about the mail handlers or your mail handler, ask your union rep about this. You're supposed to go present, hey, can we start getting blah, blah, blah? You present that information to your union rep, show up to one of their meetings, and that's how you start your change. If you don't like what's going on right now, start your change that way. They are receiving information all over the country. Let's say that somebody is 100 people in one state or one plant that says they want this, and then you got 100 people in another plant that says they want this, and 100 people in another plant across the country that says they want this, and they all give it to their union, and the union gives it to their president. Their president, once they all come together, say, hey, you know, it's crazy. You're in California. Our people over here in North Carolina want the same thing. That's how this whole thing works. I'm really making it basic for you, but that's how it works. But unless you open your voice, you don't get any change. All right, that's on that note. Now let me delve into my questions real quick, because you know Jay can't read that fast. Live chat. Damn, I can't see. Boy, getting old. Yo, JH, reach out to Renfro for us and interview him for Renfro don't want this problem. I talked to an Amazon driver, and the 2-ton Amazon drivers are getting $24 an hour. The 2-ton. Okay. That's that specific contractor. That specific contractor. So your average, here we go. I like that question. Your average Amazon driver that's driving, delivering your packages, they're up to 22. Now, if they're driving a 2-ton, that typically means all that big garbage that we order, a sofa, tables and all that, they'll get a team of 2 of them, huge TVs. They're going to pay them a little more because it requires a little more energy and skill. You're lifting big things and trying to bring it upstairs and all kind of foolishness. So that is deemed normal. All right. I'd rather work for Amazon than USPS. Okay. I respect that. Pay mail carriers their worth. 100%. 100%. My sister says it, my daughter says it, my son said, yeah. So I got family in post office, nephew, all of them. I agree. They're worth more than that. Only 150 is Amazon is a $1 trillion business. They can't pay their contract drivers a living wage. You know what's ironic about that, Maurice, is that the contractor, Jay's a contractor. I think I mentioned this in my last video. I get 10 trucks. They pay me X amount per route. My thing is to try to hire and pay people the least so they can do the job because it's a high turnover rate. They don't offer them much. And those guys are out there till late at night. So that's kind of how that works. If they were Amazon employees, it'd be a whole different ball game. All right. But carriers work hard. Yes, they do. We, the carriers, demand a retraction. Your truth, I don't even know what that word means. Oh, man. I just wanted to bring that to the forefront just so you guys know. And again, it's not clickbait. This is so you guys realize some people are giving you facts. Other people, I don't know. I don't know where it's coming from, but that's the facts behind it. Going from $20 an hour or $20.50 an hour up to 22, it's $1.50. It's almost a smack in their face. It's bad. Hey Jay, I'm horrified over my union, Tina. I don't know what your union is, Tina Benna. Rip basketball hoops and low branches with those new vehicles. Yeah, that's... So those new vehicles are going to be strategically placed. That I'm sure of, strategically placed. I believe that somebody in this chat group over here told me about it. And then I looked it up and I was like, oh, shit, yeah. And then that full article about the carriers getting that. And the one thing that I noticed is that there were seasoned carriers saying they love it. So if you have a seasoned vet, which an old head does not like change, and they say they like the change, then that should be enough good news for regular carriers that have been there, a few years. Man, I like my LOV, because everybody gets accustomed to one thing. But if they're all saying, man, this is good stuff, I may have misunderstood it or didn't try it out first. When you got seasoned carriers saying, yes, this is good, that's great news. It really is. I've been giving you the facts and statistics behind it. And I mean, unfortunately, there's people that are going to say they don't like the color. And they're not going to be, in every single area. Just so you know that they strategically look at these routes. If you got low branch areas, if you got bushes areas, they strategically put these things, like they put the Pro Masters on certain routes. They're not just going to give it to somebody and say, hey, go down the hood in Chicago. They're not giving Nick one of these. It's not happening, cuz. All right. Tina Bennett is a clerk. What's wrong with your union? You got the APWU. Facts or not, one obvious truth is the fact that carriers will continuously be screwed unless the carrier rally as one. That's true. Start attending union meetings. Start getting involved. That's 100% true. That is true. You all will continue to get screwed until you start getting involved. Like I said, I was thinking about how to deliver the message. I could sit here and sell you a lie, but I'm not. I can say something to keep you coming back. The pretty lie that you guys are looking at me like I'm stupid. Pretty lie. You know what? You guys are going to get $50 an hour starting tomorrow. The pretty lie. You'll be like, yeah, right, Jay. The pretty lie. And then I believe I heard that in the next 2 weeks, Renfro is going to step down. The pretty lie, which will keep you coming back to me. Or the ugly truth. The fiscal year is over. They're starting fresh the beginning of the year. That's fact. That's the ugly truth. They're starting over October 1st. The real truth is what I spoke to in my personal chat group. They've never finished a contract. One time it was January, one time it was March, one time it was April. That's the last three contracts. That's the facts. I told you guys in my last video, I'm not going to have it till the beginning of next year. And ratified and in effect, no matter what you guys think, there will not be a contract until next year. That's the ugly truth. No matter what any other channel says, please don't have me come back and say I told you guys so, because everybody gets so mad and unsubscribe to me. Man, if you want to hear a pretty lie, go listen to them. I've been around long enough. I'm telling you, not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Man, fuck that guy. It is what it is. I'm not gonna lie to my people. Not gonna lie to my people. All right. I have and been threatened indirectly. Tina, you know that. Let me see. My union steward told all the units to take my paperwork. What? Can a union steward tell you what to take out your statement and tell you to lie for come up pay? Ooh. They can tell you whatever you want. You have morals. You just follow your morals to do it correctly. And if you know that they're lying, find a different representative. How is the post office getting away with no AC and delivery driver vans? They've been doing it since 1980. Shit, long time. We're finally getting with the Joneses. And that's why I say it's a great thing that they finally have something that's going to save lives. They're going to save lives. Within the next 5 years, those things are going to be all over the country. Me making videos about people dying because of heat exhaustion inside those vehicles is going to be a thing of the past. That's a great thing. Contracts come and go. Lives do not. That's reality. Can you fathom any one of you, one of your relatives passing away because of heat when it could have been situated or fixed just because of vehicle? I bet you no amount of money is going to bring them back or change your feelings, or no contract's going to help that. So I know I got a lot of heat for that video earlier on today. And then you'll see in my next video later on, I'm not apologizing for nothing. It's not clickbait. It's a picture of a guy standing in front of an NGDV. I said it's great news. It's great news. You won't have to die within the next 5 years. That's real. That's real. All summer, everybody's complaining. Where I'm at right now, 105 degrees. It's sickening. The union lost your file? You always got to take pictures and make copies, dear. What's going on, Mickey? Just got a cold Pepsi from a customer while walking my route, plus working my off day. Life is good. That sounds like money. I feel like you got to blame those before us. Not saying that they don't try, but these contracts must mean nothing to them. That's why they make it a priority. Well, it's not that they don't make it a priority. It's the same song every single time. This time in life is so much different. Within the last, I'd like to say 6 years, the world has changed so dramatically that we have to kind of adapt to the times. This is where my videos from last year and the year before bothered people. I'm like, hey, we got to keep up with the Joneses. Now, before we can keep up with the Joneses, the unions have to get in there and negotiate on your behalf. and say, hey, if we're going to staff this building, this is what we need. If we're going to fill these vehicles, this is what we need. We can't have no cameras. We got to do this. We got to do that. There's so much strategic planning behind this stuff that if you sat there and listened to it, you'd be bored out of your mind. But what they can do, which is not making an excuse for them, they can be transparent and give you basically a synopsis of what it is that they're trying to figure out. Look, we're trying to figure out how to staff vehicles. We're trying to figure out what hours you're going to work, what days you're going to work, how much more you're going to get paid. Just hearing that kind of brings comfort to you until you hear it over and over and over again about this. We're coming to a contract soon. We're locked up soon. That's foolishness. That's foolishness. And it's a smack in the face. It really is. But that's how contracts work. That's for the last 3, 4. Shit. Yeah, wow. That's how long. I mean, for the last 4, they've always gone over. Every single one. This one just seems to be a little bit long, a lot longer. And by the time they get it, it'll be like 2 years before you got to negotiate on your next one, which makes no sense to me. Omar. What's going on? The new delivery vehicles look nice? Eesh. Eesh. When I do my class, I tell people it look like a platypus from the side. There's a bunch of new ones parked at your plant? Okay, Monica. If you get a chance, Monica, stand next to one. I want to see how tall they are standing next to a normal-sized person. Let me just catch a picture from the outside. I've never resources, no one to tell me the right way to go. It's just a big circle, been reaching out for help and nothing. Are you new to the plant, Nina? What's going on with management cracking down on attendance, especially on scheduled leave? If you have time, you should be able to use it. Hot Rod, I made a video about this. I don't remember when, within the last week and a half. It's a big thing with attendance. I don't remember exactly what it was because I had the notes in front of me. But if you go back maybe 4 or 5 videos, I specifically spoke about this attendance thing and management cracking down on it. I know for a fact that I spoke about this one. And if it's coming to you and you're just experiencing it, it's going to be experienced nationwide eventually. Who said Monica was normal size? Wow, come on now. That's not cool. That's not cool. Guess I'm new. The only white-skinned person in your plant for the most part. Oh, man. Reverse racism? I don't even like using that word. Racism or racism. Tina, I'm not sure where you're located. I'm not privy to union information. If you email me, my email is always in the video description. I might be able to point you in the right direction. I don't get into the basics or the specifics behind it. I may be able to give you a step or two on what direction to take. All right. Video description is my email. Just remind me of who you are. Oh, they are bigger than the ProMaster. Yes, they are. I have a video about the sizes of every vehicle and the width and the height. Somebody said, what's the headroom? I had a video specifically about that as well. So people can take a look and see what it's like. I like the fact that the windows go all the way down. So the window is not here where you're reaching over to go into mailboxes. The window is down here where you can just kind of there's a lot of perks to it. There's a shade that's over it. So when it's raining, it's not slapping you in the face. There's a lot of little things that change it. So don't knock it till you try it. In New York, by the way. Okay. I spoke to a random career the other day to try and get some information. Homie had nothing but negative things to say. Kept telling me don't do it. Then if he's working at wherever you spoke to him, you said, then why do you do it? Anybody tells you don't work for the post office, ask them, why do you work for the post office? Ask them. Then why are you still here? If you don't want me to do it, you should quit with me. And see what their face says. It's just one of those things. I don't like the negativity. Man, you better get out of here. Master said run. It's foolishness. I don't want to be on here for a long time. For those that just popped up, I see I got a couple more new people. I spoke about Amazon's substantial pay raise. If you can't rewind it right now, substantial pay raise was only $1.50. Okay, they went from $20.50 to $22. And like I said earlier in the video, don't know where those other numbers magically came from, but these are the facts. That's what it is. And I also mentioned, let's hope that the NALC is not basing that little pay raise off of what you guys are going to be getting. All right. I don't know how long I've been on here, but my son is almost here and I can't see nothing. Sure can't. Y'all be easy. I'm going to try it out anyway. Even if it doesn't work, it's fine if I rock it out. Omar, don't knock it till you try it. Redlands, California, CCA, almost 2 years. It can be a toxic environment, but you got to learn to fight back professionally. I love my job. I love to hear when people say they love my job. Yes, I love that. When somebody says they love their job, I think you're crazy. I don't think people love the job. I think you love giving to the job. It's not like you get a lot from this place. You feel satisfied because you've contributed to something. And that's why I like the position that I'm in. I feel like what I do, I'm contributing somehow to a better cause. The people are a nightmare. All right, Monica, email me when you get a chance. I love my job and the security it gives me. Monica been rocking with me for a minute. You've been here forever. I love that. But on to the next note. I have a lady. I'm glad man, they be doing these new carriers dirty. Take a piece, did a piece, and man, I'm tired. Woof. See, I'm getting a bunch of people emailing me and texting me already. Listen, I still love y'all. Check out that jobs report about the salaries a little bit later on this evening. It'll give you a different perspective about where we stand as United States Postal Service as a whole with the whole country. All right. Again, I can't see anything else because I can't see. Sorry. And it's not on my phone anymore. This is JH. For those that didn't see my beautiful shirt, common sense is not a gift. It's a punishment because you have to deal with everyone who doesn't have it. Y'all already know. This is JH, and I'm out. My son's supposed to go and turn my camera off. I can't. Boy, life's rough. Oh!